Okay, hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about our P4 heuristics third skill, which is to make a supposition. So a supposition is to actually assume that a particular item, okay, because there are two items, so we assume that if all the items are actually only this particular item. Okay, if you can't understand what I'm saying, alright, I'll use a question to explain. Okay, so we started off with this question. Linda sold 30 blouses and skirt. Okay, so she sewed 5 buttons on each blouse and 3 buttons on each skirt. Okay, so we can actually highlight this portion. So every blouse there is 5 buttons, and every skirt there are 3 buttons. Okay, and in total she used 132 buttons altogether. Alright, how many blouses did she sew? Okay, I'm sure some of you will be thinking, why don't we do a guess and check method? Yes, a guess and check method can allow you to get to the answer, but sometimes a guess and check method might not be the fastest and the most efficient way to solve a question. So how do we find a more efficient way that allow us to get the answer and also to solve it systematically? Okay, so that's where we use supposition. Okay, so over here we know that there are two items, which is a blouse and a skirt. But what happens if I were to say, assume or suppose that all of them are skirt? Okay, so assuming that there's no blouse, assume all are skirt. So if there are 30 skirts, okay, and you do know that one skirt has 3 buttons, so if there are 30 skirts, 30 times 3 will give us 90 buttons. Correct? Okay, but do you think this makes sense? It does not make sense, right? Because in total, we have 132 buttons. And since we only use 90 buttons, because we are doing a supposition, let's find out how many buttons are we short. So we take 132 minus 90. And that will give you 42 buttons that are short. Okay, so we are actually short of 42 buttons. Okay, the next step is something that I need you all to take note here. So now we are assuming that all of them are skirt. Okay, but if I were to change some of them into blouse, right, you do know that we cannot change to plus 5. We have to plus 2 because we do know that one blouse has 5 buttons and one skirt has 3 buttons. So how many more buttons does a blouse have? A blouse has 5 buttons, a skirt has 3 buttons. That will give us 2 buttons extra. Alright, so for every skirt that we change into a blouse, we get 2 extra buttons. So since we need 42 buttons, we take 42 to divide by 2. Okay, this 2 over here is referring this 2. Okay, we need to know how many skirts do we change into blouses. Alright, because for every skirt that we change into a blouse, we get extra 2 buttons. So in this case here, right, we are short of 42 buttons and we need to compensate them with 2 extra buttons. So we take 42 divided by 2 and that will give us 21 blouses. Okay, so in total she sold 21 blouses. Okay, so now let's check our answer following the SDPS model. Alright, we have studied the question, we have thought of a plan, we have presented our answer, so now we study our solution. Okay, so assuming that there are 21 blouses, and of course, the 30 minus 21, there is only 9 skirts. Okay, so there are 21 blouses, and one blouse has 5 buttons. 21 times 5, this will actually give us 105. Since there are 9 skirts, one skirt has 3 buttons. So 9 times 3 gives us 27. So let's add them together. 105 plus 27. This will give us 132, which is correct. Okay, so I hope you understand this method of supposition. Thank you.